This is Valerie Kuhlman coming to you with a tutorial today on the case evaluation journal logs. The purpose of these journal case evaluations are to show us a glimpse of these mini examinations of patients that you've been seeing with your CFI. The documentation is to show progress, and so we need to have these 40 case evals done intermittently. So I don't want you to do 40, of course, in 2 days of being with your CFI. It should be done in intervals throughout your mentorship time with your CFI, of course. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down to the case evaluation journal log. If you're working in the clinic with your CFI and you do multiple case evals, you are going to want to do this savable form. This means that the form has multiple pages, and each time you click save or go to next page, at the bottom of the page, the information that you have entered is saved on the form. As a result, you can either continue filling out the form or you can come back to the same form at a later time to continue entering your case evaluation data. Since each form is unique for each user, the form cannot be published on the website the same as a lot of the non-savable forms that we have already gone over up here in the 2A, 2B, 2S. So there are a few different steps that we're going to walk you through. If you have done one of these, you notice that instead of just having the form, you have to fill out a basic form, and that gives you access to the CFP number 3 case eval journal log. The first form, if you click on this, the first form is only going to ask you for your name and your email address. Once you've submitted that, then you will receive an email that includes a link to the savable version of the form. So once you open your email, it will look like this, and you'll click on that link. And when you click on that link, it will take you to this case evaluation journal log, multiple case evals. This is for you to start to document your clinical cases that are with your in-person direct one-on-one hours between the instructor and the clinical student or the fellow in training. Since many of you report several case evaluations at the same time, this form now allows you to report anywhere from 1 to 10 case evaluations. And for this reason, the form has 3 main parts. Part 1 is the basic information. So you will go ahead and fill in your name and then you're going to identify your clinical fellowship instructor, okay? From the drop-down menu. It is important that you identify the correct clinical fellowship instructor, and this needs to be your lead CFI. And then you'll click on go to the next page. Now here is part 2. This is where you enter your case evaluation data. Each case evaluation has a dedicated page named case evaluation number 1, case evaluation number 2, etc., etc. Each of these pages has 2 sections. Part 2A to be completed by the fellow in training, and Part 2B to be completed by the clinical fellowship instructor or the CFI. Once you have completed just your part, so you would put in your case evaluation date and then the patient's initials and the approximate age. If you have the exact age, that's great. If it's a new patient or not, if it's orthopedic or not. And then you go down and you're going to click the primary body region. Okay, so we do need to see that you are seeing various body regions. So let's say you're seeing the lumbar spine. If you're also looking at the hip, then go ahead and put that in. And if you don't have any more case evaluations, let's say this is your one case eval for the day, then you'll hit no. And then if you are the fellow in training, filling this out, then you're going to scroll all the way down and you would hit save and go to next page and then submit. Okay. If you pick no, so we'll go down here, we're going to pick if you hit yes, then when you go down to the bottom, so if I'm a FIT, I'm not clicking through any of the CFI things. Then I'm going to hit go to next page, and then it's taking me to my next evaluation. This is so we don't get 10 separate forms coming to box for us to file. Okay. So now I'm going to go back. So then once you hit submit as the FIT, then this is going to go to the CFI's email. As the CFI then must open this. It's going to say that there has been a submitted case evaluation journal log for you to review. For this purpose, I was the FIT and the CFI. So I would hit edit submission. So now I'm the CFI. I'm walking you through this. When you hit edit submission, it will open up this case evaluation log. Okay, so they have filled out their information. You're going to go to the next page. This should jar your memory about the age and the gender and the initials. And then you, as the clinical fellowship instructor, fill out part 2B. Okay, do they meet standards or not meet standards for each section that we have filled in here? Now, it has auto-populated meets standards. However, you can say, you know what, they didn't meet the utilization of evidence-informed assessment tools. So hit does not meet standard, and then you can make your comment down here. Just because it's filled in auto-populated for you, that we have made that based on some suggestions who were piloting our forms for us, some CFIs who are piloting our forms for us, just because it's less clicks for them. It's easier to go in and click the couple, hopefully the couple that maybe they don't meet the standards, and then write the comments. Than to click through on meeting standards. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to give us information. We do want information as much as possible. And then down here, note, this says right here, CFI hands-on and decision-making contribution to the assessment and treatment. A passing grade is an A or a B. So if the CFI is doing more than 30% of the evaluation, they did not pass this case. We still want it submitted because we still are tracking progress. However, that does not count towards one of their 40. So just make sure that you're putting in. We're getting some of these forms sent to us and they've clicked through everything. They haven't put a grade in. They haven't given us like the clinical performance level, if they were advanced or level 1, and they haven't given above average, excellent, poor, whatever this is. We tried to make it as easy as possible, but still, these things have to be filled in. Okay, were they effective? Were they efficient? Were they safe? And then please put in some recommendations. This will allow us to show progress. It allows the FIT to see what they need work in. And then, of course, then you're going to sign however you sign with your mouse. And then we need your printed name and then the date of the stamp. Okay? And if there are more than one, then you would hit save and go to the next page. Okay, if that was your last one, then once the FIT and the CFI have both submitted, so this is the part 3, the CFI now is going to hit submit. And once the CFI hits submit, then it's going to say, thank you, your submission was received. And then that automatically goes to our box folder and we review it before putting it in back into the FIT's final folder. So that is how you are going to complete the CFP number 3 case evaluation, the savable form. Thank you. I hope that was helpful.